Hey everybody, welcome to the second episode of The Show. I don't have a name for it yet. I'm Atlas Novack. Who is with me?
You got Nick Fernandes.
And Dino the Genetic Marvel.
Yep, we got Gen X, Y, and Z all in one place, but not in one place because COVID. And they're in Canada, and I'm in California. So, what are you going to do?
Oh.
Yeah. It's nice because I don't even have to pretend that, like, oh, we'll come visit. It's not like, oh, let's plan, let's plan time to see each other in person. Like, there's no reason to go through those platitudes. Like, yeah, maybe eventually, we'll want to have that urge, but there's no social pressure to make that happen sooner.
Yeah.
That is the one great part about this whole lockdown thing for us is, like, I haven't seen friends in months, some over a year, and I'm like, that's fine. There's no problem. We talk. It's good.
Like, I have a group of friends where the group text is called Sisterhood of the Traveling Memes, and we just send memes to each other. That's our entire relationship. Is just someone sends a meme most days.
I honestly think that is enough. That is enough as for men, like. Then every once in a while there'll be a little bit of a conversation, but then that's enough for like a few weeks. We don't need to make it a whole thing.
Yeah, but then it turns into the thing where you take that meme and everybody else that you're friends with or your girlfriend or your family or whatever, you can then like send that and be like, I found this. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's talk about etiquette, okay? So wherever you find your meme and you share it from, how do you leave an upvote, a like, a haha? What do you do? What's the fair trade for something like that?
So if I found it on Reddit or Twitter, I like it / upvote it.
Fair.
Or Instagram, same thing, you like it. And then if I share it with somebody, I don't go, I found this on Twitter. I just go, here's a meme.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair trade wise, usually I bring like a bushel of peaches or something like, and it's a barter system with my meme guy. I try and I'm more of a old fashioned type of gal myself, but yeah, I think it's important when it comes to memes. In order to have a good supply, you need to be in diverse group chats. Like,
Yeah.
you need to be in a lot of different group chats. Like, I toward the beginning of quarantine, I was in a group chat with a bunch of guys from the company I work for, and we have a group chat outside of our work computers for all of the fun stuff that we would normally talk about in the office. We just keep it off of all work devices. And this specific thread introduced me to I don't know if you guys have ever played it. It's called Battle Tits.
No.
I don't know if you've ever played it. It's a very simple game. All it involves is you get a picture where it's completely like blocked out of a nude model where you cannot see her tits. But what it does give you instead is a grid, bingo style, with alphabetized and numerical coordinates. And then what you do with your friends is you get the picture, and here's the genius of it. It was a Battle Tits Ponzi scheme, basically, or like a pyramid scheme, because what happens is one guy gets this first picture and sends it along to all of his other group chats, right? And you don't get the second picture for you don't know how long it's gonna take before it's gonna trickle through, because the second picture tells you if you're right. So everyone takes turns going, 48J 40. No, I think it's there. And what you're trying to guess is
Nipples.
What are the coordinates of the two nipples, and depending the two nipples, you need to get both nipples, right? So because where it depending on the size, shape, the angle of which the picture is taken, they could be in mind-bending places. And so that such is the fun of battle tits, battle nips. Sorry,
It's
forgot the
battle
whole
nips.
name.
Oh, okay.
Battle nips, not tits. I'm so.
I was gonna
I
say
was like, what? The nips are the crucial part. How could I forget the nips? Yeah, but it was wonderful, and so this introduced me to battle nips. And without this group chat, where would my life be?
Dino looks like
Bereft of battle nips.
Dino looks like he's about to say a sentence with the word whippersnapper in it somewhere. Like he looks profoundly disappointed.
I realized this the other day was I am the most vanilla pervert in the world. Like it's weird because it's like, yeah, I'm a perv. There's no question about that, just like every other man. But it's like, but I'm very vanilla. But I'm like, I just love tits, and I'm like, when did just looking at porn and jerking off become too simple? I need to make this a game because the payoff just isn't enough, and I don't get it. But it's like I understand the game, I understand the principle of the game, but it feels like it's like those are a lot of steps to put in and get to the same goddamn place.
Well, here's the thing: is what you're missing is the crucial part, is because the nips are immaterial, the nudity is immaterial. The important part is the connection it provides you with the people, right? Like the reason it's fun is because with the guys I'm working with all day, it gave us something to be excited for. It's like, yeah, it's great. You close that deal and like we're working on that document, but when's that next? when is that next battle nip drop gonna happen?
So are you telling me that this is a game that can be passed from fathers to sons as a form of bonding?
Yes. See, and that's where I'm like, this seems like so much. Like, look, realistically, all it's going to give you is the enlightenment that, Jerry from accounting, you never have to worry about getting a purple nipple from him. He'll never find the nipple. Like, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. I don't know. I'm old.
My God, he put it in the he put an example of it in our group chat right now.
It's just to foster discussion.
Okay, so it's not even like an A4 or a J7.
No,
it's just a number.
It depends on the picture. Some of them had a grid system. Some of them is just numbers. So this one they made it simple. Just give me two numbers. What are the two numbers?
24 and 37.
Ooh.
Do you know? All right, so Atlas.
I'm a connoisseur of this kind of stuff, and
24 and 37.
I feel like I'm overshooting it. I feel like.
And Dino. Now here's the thing. There's so many things to consider, right? It's
angle.
It's the boob placement. Where does it start on the chest, right? The drop factor. There's a bit of a drop factor. There's a directionality that you need to take into consideration. A lot of.
What happens if you hit like only part of the nipple? Like it hits like the edge of the areola or something.
So here's the thing. It's not a single player game here. What it is, it's like Price is Right rules. It's closest without going over. Right.
I'm gonna say it's 25 and 27.
All right. So Atlas is locked in at 24 and 37.
And he's saying
Dino
25.
37. 20. What kind of tit is 37?
I'm playing the angle game. I think like the way her shoulders are angled, she has like one closer to the camera, right?
She's like.
And now for the listener, if in the future you want to consider this episode will have a link to this specific set of pictures in the description.
Yeah, or we'll probably have a Twitter account, and I'll
we will make it happen.
Yeah, I'll
but
put something in there.
If you do go to consider it, please don't cheat. Pause it here, take a look, write down your answer, and let's see how it goes. Maybe we'll start a Reddit thread, and we can create that sense of community. We are doing this for the people. We are doing this for the world in order to breed connection.
I have this hankering feeling that she has an arm under and like squeezing them together, and that's gonna
that's the thing.
And your solution has arrived, and very nice. And I do believe we have a tie. This is a bona fide tie.
Let me see.
We have 50% success on both sides here, guys. And so I think from this point forward, Atlas, you will are hereby known as right nip, and Dino, you are hereby known as left nip. And so it is said, so it shall be told.
See, and for me, I'm like, well, I feel bad now. I want to know who this is because I want to see more of her because she's gorgeous.
Now, you know,
That's
the internet is a wonderful thing. You can take this image and you can just search this Google for this image, and their AI will find this image for you.
It's so much
Because
work.
as we all know, the internet is for porn. So, as told by Avenue Q, yeah.
Well, I think there is a kernel of truth in that, is that most technological leaps forward are bred by, if not taken advantage of at the forefront by porn, like high bandwidth video and picture sharing.
Yeah.
You know, streaming
VHS,
sites.
You bastards.
Why? Because they picked VHS instead of beta? Is that the...
Yeah.
God damn it. Why do I know what beta is? That's before my time, too. I just, literally, I only...
Like a lot. That's before my time, let's be honest. Like,
I had Star Wars on Betamax.
Damn. Like, the only reason I know what it is...
My family had Star Wars on Betamax.
Yeah. is because of that Paul F. Tompkins bit where he's talking about working in the video store called Beta Only. And he's like, this was in 1990. The dream of Betamax has long since died. And then, like, people would come in and explain to him why Beta was better, like, during the purchase. He's like, I don't care at all.
Dude, you know how many times I've watched people have that argument, and I'm looking going, okay.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do anything. See, this is I was playing video games earlier today, and it's like sometimes I'm not very good at video games, but essentially someone was like, "Oh, you're using the easiest player and you still suck," and I'm like, "Yeah, because I suck. I suck at the game."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, I hope you feel like shit." I'm like, "Not really.
Not really.
I have fun with it. I don't really care." That's why it's like I just don't. I'm like,
I still haven't finished Cuphead. And it's like, I don't know. We've all gotten worse at video games as we've gotten older, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Well,
I'm playing with a bunch of Asian guys, so it's like I'm screwed either way. I'm like, there's...
It's not. I don't. It's mechanically we're probably slower in our. I say this at my age. I'm going to acknowledge that I'm 24. But even for myself, like your hands aren't as quick to pick up the controls. Like trying to lock in that knowledge. You know, takes a little bit longer. Also, here's the thing: is that it just gets. There's more stuff to do in your life than video games, right? So, like, as you get older, or just speaking as a former, like, huge nerd and you know, who struggled with social interactions, like, or like, you know, introducing myself to social, has been a motor mouth. But that part of it, like, I just spent a lot of time alone playing video games, right? So you get good at it, right? And then there's, like, once you're an adult, there's other things to do. It's like, do you want to play video games for 6 hours a night, like for a week straight, in order to be good